Hey there folks, welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy XIII-2. I'm Mysterious JG. I did a bad thing. I did more off-screening. So I actually have, now that I'm recording again, I've got a little bit more to cover before I get to where we've finished our off-screening. In the interest of ever getting to where the game's at, I might just show you guys the DLCs at the end. The Valhalla DLC in particular is pretty spoiler heavy for the end game. The Locked Location Year Unknown DLC doesn't really connect to the main story at all. But it explains, as I think I've already explained. You complete this DLC and you can suddenly use Zaz as a monster in your party. This one allows you to get Lightning as the Knight of Etro. The Colosseum has various battles. The only one I've actually won off-screen ever in this is the one that gives you Lightning and Amodar. So I've got all of them in my Paradigm deck. But we're not going to be using, well, we won't be using Amodar probably at all, unfortunately for him. But I'm not going to show you how we get them for a little while. I want to, get through a little bit of the main story stuff. And that being said, off screen, I couldn't help myself. I finished the Sunleth Waterscape because I was looking for good opportunities to grind for the right monster materials to build up Zaz and Lightning. And clearing this story block gets us to the area where you can do that grinding. So let's go ahead and deal with the Sunleth Waterscape. And then just goofing around, I cleared Urba and then accidentally found out that it auto-saved only my slot, over my slot. So I have to go clear Urba again. I thought I was just going to do it, see what the cinematics were. Maybe even try to think of a funny joke or two in advance. But instead, now I'm going to have to clear Urba at a much lower level because my high-level save, it's already cleared. Anyway, let's go back to the Sunleth Waterscape.
Transform the world of man. Nature tirelessly weaves her tapestry.
Yeah, the problem with the Sunleth Waterscape level
survives amidst the decaying cities of Cocoon.
Yeah, it's on Cocoon.
This was once a protected wilderness zone.
Everything that's happening here would make a lot more sense to happen on Pulse somewhere.
Yet amidst
But
the teeming growth, the seeds of destruction are being quietly sown.
Because as we've established, there's a giant Flan monster that's going to destroy the pillar. It would make more sense to me for this to be happening on Pulse. But they recycle maps that were in the original game part of Cocoon, so they're kind of stuck. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. We've already defeated this boss. My game that will eventually be loading is way over leveled because, like I said, that whole, almost 2 weeks that I was fighting this cold that would not go away. I didn't do any LPing. I did a lot of off-screening of this game while watching other people. Well, mostly I watched Mr. Science Theater and Rift Tracks, if I'm being honest. Not watching as much All Dragon as I should be. Keeping up with Zerf, but Zerf's got enough things going on. He doesn't have tons of output, so it's kind of easy. It's been a while, says Snow. But, what was the point I was trying to get at? Oh, yeah. Party is going to be way over leveled when we finally do load. But that being said, patting myself on the back, oh, I'm badass. I got this special ending by defeating this monster boss so early in the story. This is, from what I was kind of looking at in the game guide, this is probably one of the easiest of the Paradox endings to get. There was a Paradox ending available even earlier than this, had we been able to defeat Atlas. But, that one is just there's a device that lets you go back and replay early chapters with fully leveled up party. You kind of need that to do it, because it's not really happening on your first pass. Anyways, apparently Snow's been just hanging out on his own, all bored.
This is a map of the area. Take it with you.
Oh, are you like a Moogle Kupo? Are you a part of the Cartographer Guild Kupo? No, he's just bored and has nothing better to do than map the area because he's kind of stuck here. Now, the dynamic between Snow and Noel could be really interesting, and they kind of do play up a bit that Noel doesn't like Snow. Similar to the way Lightning didn't like Snow. Less to do with Sarah than Lightning's relationship. But part of the reason Lightning doesn't like Snow is that he's a big kind of blowhard goofball. And, talking big, but getting people into trouble.
It's not working.
Let's go find an artifact.
Okay. Noel doesn't like the fact that that Snow is kind of flip and cocky and blah blah, and you know it comes from like this dystopian future where everybody's been murdered by monsters or something. I don't really know. So apparently he just finds Snow's optimism irritating, and his ability to discharge. Oh,
Must be that vine. Guess he's telling us we can use it to get across.
Why don't you let him speak for himself?
If we get stuck, just look for a vine.
No, I mean seriously, don't talk over Mog. Let Mog speak for himself. He's been able to speak ever since Chapter 2, where suddenly we found out he could speak the whole time.
so I spent a lot of time running back and forth in this area fighting monsters.
Yeah. You toughened up while I've been away.
I had to, if I wanted to find you and Lightning again.
I'm sorry I left you like I did. When this is all over, I'll help you find Lightning, okay?
I thought that was the point of your journey anyway.
Well, I'm glad the dialogue continued, because when you talked about how I had toughened up, JG was about to go somewhere dirty with that, but we cut him off before he had a chance to get all disgusting.
Alright, so we want to kind of clear this zone.
Look at these guys. Wonder where they're going.
It's kind of fun. They'll just keep passing around in the background the whole time.
End of the road. We have to turn back.
Mission failed. Vision mailed, rather. Oh, we're gonna fight this guy again?
No way we can take that.
Yeah. I don't know if it's that bad. I mean, Vanille and Zaz defeated him in the last game. Actually, Vanille and Zaz defeated 2 monsters like this.
I don't think it hurt you.
No answer. Guess I'll take that as a yes.
Well, that's what you always do when I'm passed out drunk.
Well, let's find out. Bouncy.
Is it angry?
Again, like Sarah.
I think so. I think he actually likes it.
Hey, just
You
had
get
an
this
itch that
from
needed
what?
Scratching. Come aboard. Help me out.
Let's scratch every inch of this monster. Yeah, with all that grass growing on its body, I imagine it is pretty itchy. Treasure chests, how will I ever reach
Can you
them?
check that out? Over there.
No, it's too far for me, Kupo.
Okay, I'll throw you closer.
What the fuck's wrong with you,
Good
Kupo?
idea. We can broaden our search radius.
Sarah, please! Save Mog, Kupo! Good luck.
Good luck getting me to help you.
Seriously, this is messed up. The bonds of trust between you and your winged companion have enabled you to perform the Moogle throw. Although I don't know about the bonds of trust, since he's using a safe word here. He's clearly asking us not to do this, and she's ignoring him. When you see a treasure sphere or another object far beyond your reach, press blah blah to grab the Moogle. Blah 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 blah. Basically, you throw Mog at treasures and collect them that way. If the Moogle is far away when enemies appear, his warning will come too late, and the Mog clock will tick around at a much faster rate. So yeah, vaguely this like while you're using this thing, we will take the tutorial. But the downside of just throwing Mog around all day is that you're more likely to encounter enemies. That's got to be close enough. Get the damn treasure, Mog. Silver bangle. Congratulations, you found the treasure.
Good job.
But there's still more to find. It's hard to tell if he's still mad. He really dislikes this part. Silver bangle, Libroscope. Excellent. Keep looking for
nice
treasure.
Going, little guy.
The silver bangle is pretty important. It's a huge deal. Not an iron bangle. We'll never get enough iron bangles to make up for a failure in Final Fantasy XIII, the original game. Eight mana chips. Well done. Give Mog a hug for his
nice
efforts.
going, little guy.
Is there a way for me to do that? I was trying to hug you, but I guess that is torture.
I think he's in a good mood.
Oh,
Maybe
there's
he's
more
looking
stuff though.
forward to the free lunch.
No worries. If he does attack, we'll think of something.
How would you even survive this long?
Come on, I clearly... Yeah, there you go, wild artifact. Now, I think there's...
Good job.
There are other loots that you're supposed to be able to find on your way. Although this one, it might be that you're supposed to hop off the Monstar. Because it stopped moving, so I think we can actually get off now. Yeah. Oh, it's Chocoboco Hooker. People have made various comments about Chocobocolina, which suggests that they're perving out on her, and... to each his own, I suppose. I think the Chocobo outfit does not increase my interest in this fictional character's sexiness, but, you know...
Promise me you'll keep going.
Promise me you'll become the Energizer Bunny. And keep going and going and going.
Alright, so let's get this loot over here.
Fly. My monkeys.
7 vitality chips. Yum. Ram chips.
I can't stand to even think about flan. They're slimy and gooey and sticky and goopy. So gross.
But they're delicious.
Hey there, I'll sell you some great stuff. So in return, I think you should take care of the giant flan. You know what I mean by take care, right?
Give him a happy ending.
That's probably not what she means. Alright, so... we can go for the Outsider's Edge. No, sorry, Survivor's Edge. There's not a whole lot of point in playing with this stuff because, we'll be loading.
Thank you. And don't forget to take care of the flan. You promised.
I didn't actually promise shit, bitch. But we are gonna take care of the flan, so don't worry about it.
No, I really don't want to fight these enemies. I want to do as little of that as possible. Okay, now here's a... no, that's the wrong button. There's like an invisible... you can see it kind of there. It's a mysterious, hidden branch ahead of us, right? What is he doing? He's supposed to be... there's a branch that we can't... that I can see. It's like grayed out. Yeah, I was like, why wouldn't he just do that before? He was bouncing around back and forth randomly. We got a frost ring for our efforts. And why can we not get... I feel like we're supposed to be able to continue here. I guess maybe we can swing down to here from somewhere else, but not up to here. Ooh, there's an hidden treasure.
Go, Mog, do your thing.
Nice. Yes, a unicorn horn. That will change everything. What the hell is a unicorn horn? Oh, it's a single-use item. Removes all status ailments and enhancements from all allies and enemies. Okay. Could be useful in certain boss fight situations, I suppose. I don't know that I'm getting around these guys without killing them. They're just... oh, you know what? I don't recognize these guys. They're oh shoot! Well, here's an enemy type. I don't think in my off-screening I actually ever captured these guys. I think I'm gonna have to wrap my head around the fact that we may get a full clear of the game with all of the yeah. We may have a full clear of this game with all of the fragments and get the secret hidden ending and still not get all of the enemies because there's a lot. these guys are slimy. Oh, they're saboteurs. That's interesting. Let's just see if they learn anything really cool that I would want to pass on to a more powerful monster. They got wound. If I'm using a saboteur by the end of the game, it's likely going to be when I eventually am like fully leveled up and go back to the DLC Coliseum. I should eventually be able to defeat Jill Nabat, who is the oh, I don't have what I need to level him up further anyway. But Jill Nabat is the like evil dominatrix librarian, whatever the fuck she was in the last game. He has a DLC saboteur that you can get in your party if you can defeat her in the Coliseum, which I haven't managed to do yet. But I'm pretty sure she already knows wound. Wound, if we haven't discussed it yet, is a spell that decreases the maximum hit points of a monster. Which, so they tend to do low damage, but be
The Flan are headed in that direction. Let's go.
pretty damn frustrating when the enemy, can be really frustrating when enemy bosses use them against you, because, like, you have an extended boss fight where your maximum hit point can be pretty severely reduced. So he's doing the I detect something kind of nonsense, but okay. You deserve a treat, lightning goddess Etro Knight. Yeah, while lightning might be a little overpowered at this point in the game to have as a monster fighting on our side, after you fully level her up, she's a beast. Alright, we got the Zephyr Ring. I don't really remember what that does, but... Okay, Lightning, are you, or Snow, are you part of this, or... What's going on? Why are you standing right there?
Look at these guys. They sure know how to stay in line.
I know how to party, man. I partied with some Flan once. This guy's crazy. Where the heck am I supposed to be going? Like, suddenly... The game's not automatically jumping for me anymore. Yeah, I mean, so Nola's up there where I was trying to get to. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, camera? What the hell are you doing, camera? That was the thing.
So this is where they were all trying to get to.
Little
Now
bastards.
we'll see what all the fuss was about.
Let's see what the
Let's
fuck's
break up
going
the
on.
party and get our artifact.
I guess this is where they're trying to get to. I'll just get over there and get the treasure, you little. I got an ember ring. Nice. Oh, so they're gathered around an artifact. Does that make sense? Sure. There's a battle no tougher than one we've fought dozens of times that you need to defeat to get the, excuse me. Now we got some potent droplets out of that.
Thank you, Mog.
I didn't do anything.
Weird little critter. Looks like you stepped right out of Nautilus. Isn't it, fella?
That's harassment.
Whoa, he literally just touched him right between the legs.
Theme park mascot.
What's a theme park?
Well, it's a place where people go to just go on rides and have fun.
What are rides? What is
I guess
fun?
you only have them when times are peaceful and prosperous. Not like where you're
Oh no, we have them during the Trump
Where
era.
do you come from, anyway?
A place that doesn't have much in the way of fun or civilization. That's where I'm from.
Oh, Wilkes-Barre.
Kind of reminds me of Vanille and Fang.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, he's a lot like him.
You know that Australian accent he has?
Well, I never actually met
Just like
them.
you.
No, actually, I guess
Back
she
then
did
on
meet
Cocoon, that
Vanille,
was
but
really
I'm still
unusual.
not sure if Sarah knows that Vanille is Vanille. She met some weird foreign chick
I'll make sure to
before
introduce him to you.
most of the events of the game in Final Fantasy XIII happened. Whatever. I talked over dialogue. Sorry. Game just reminding you periodically that Vanille and Fang exist. You know, this would be actually a great time to use a chocobo to shortcut around because, oh, I love the fact that chocobo is attacking our enemies. No, this would be a great time to use a chocobo because I'm going to be loading anyway, so who cares if I'm a little bit wasteful of Gaishaw greens.
This'll show you.
This will punish you guys for daring to exist here in the wilderness that is your home.
Yeah, lightning is a beast as far as like just fighting regular old enemies who don't have particularly high resistances and stuff. She is a monster. And the other thing about lightning is that she will eventually learn something called armor break, which in this particular game basically means she's allowed to deal heavy physical damage even to enemies that are normally super resistant to physical damage. Which again makes her fantastic for beating up just regular old monsters. Okay, now what's the jump button? Yeah, okay. I know there's supposed to be someplace we can jump. Meanwhile, poor Snow doesn't get a chocobo. Mog can fly, so who cares, but...
Chocobo, motherfuckers. Chocobo. Chocobo, motherfucking bo.
Ooh, chocobo, daddy, I'm chocobo. Don't believe this does anything. Just in case I'm supposed to do something here, I'm going to dismount, because I think the chocobo will stick around. Oh, this is... Never mind. We've got a whole other section to explore first, but we can at least start with this.
We have to do this. We can't afford to fail. If we don't find a way to defeat that flan...
Hey, don't get too wound up now.
Wound up.
People start to make mistakes when they stress out too much. If you know what I mean.
I'm going to use the Ernest Borgnine relaxation
Yeah.
technique.
Maybe you're right.
Okay, let's do this.
I'm not going to explain that one.
You want
It's
to try?
dirty.
Be my guest.
What do you mean?
For every road, there's a different gate. If you
Every
try to
rose has
use
a
gate
thorn.
that's meant for someone else, well, see?
Does this mean Snow can't come with us?
Oh, thank God.
Yep, he stays.
Guess I drew the short straw.
Guess I would have been playable otherwise.
Don't you do anything foolish behind our backs, like trying to take on giant flames.
Oh no, I'd use both
single-handed.
hands. I'm not going to tie a hand behind my
You
back.
behave yourself or else. You got it? I'm serious, Snow.
Yeah, she's really sounds
I'll be
like
good.
serious.
You got it, I'm serious.
So,
And back to business.
question. He can't use the time gates that we're using to travel through time. So, how did he get here? Because, if you go back and check, this is not like a different, really far away physical location, like, you know, even a year or two after he left. No, this is like 100 plus years in his future, and he's hanging around back on Cocoon. And as far as I remember, they never explain. But we're supposed to be like, oh my god, he's got a Seath mark, what happened? Because his Seath mark went away in the last game, but now it's back. Anyway, we are going to go back to the Settlement of
As of
Waterscape.
evils,
Because I want to get the other artifact that's here and just get it all taken care of. Yeah, see, it's the year 300 as fuck. Snow left Sarah at 1 or 2 as fuck. So this is almost 300 years in his personal future. He's not able to time travel like we do. I'm pretty sure the game never explains this. I'm right about that, but now that I'm just now remembering. Okay, so the it's not from Brady Games, it's from one of the other companies, but the game guide that came out for this has questions at the end. They interviewed one of the game's creators, and that was one of the questions, like, if lightning, or how does snow appear in 300 blah blah? And the answer was, this will be explained in the Japan-only manga, blah blah blah. So there's like some bullshit extra material you can buy, like explaining how snow does. This is all this bonus bullshit comes out in Japan only. That, like, sometimes I'm a big enough geek that I'm really envious, and other times I'm like, thank God all that ancillary extra nonsense doesn't come out, because even the, like, worst, most failed storyline continuity will have, like, 800 hours worth of bonus material where you can just get absorbed in a storyline no one else cares about. And now my mind is going back to... I didn't read a transcript. I read a plot summary of some kind of Japan-only Final Fantasy XIII-2 follow-up of what happens to Yuna after Titus comes back to life. And it's like, oh, it's setting up a game that was never made. But I'm reading this and I'm like, yeah, it's probably just as well. And when I say reading it, I mean I'm reading somebody's website where they transcribed or summarized it. And it's like, yeah, maybe it's just as well this storyline didn't continue, because basically Sin reappears without explanation and they just go to fight it again. Okay, you know, you detect something. Good for you. Let's go. Oh, what am I doing? I was going to ride the Chocobo back. Well, anyway, I found the connection between those two spots. Yeah, let's get back to the Chocobo. That way I'm not going to be encountering it, monsters. Oh, that might not work. Oh, the Chocobo might... This might have been just a complete waste. Because the Chocobo is not going to... Oh, that's right. The Chocobo can go this way. Whether or not I can clear here. Okay, they gave the Chocobo its own special way. Wait, what?
I'm happy to sell you whatever you need as...
I didn't press the button to dismount. It's the very existence of Chocobo Colina means I get kicked off my Chocobo. And it looks like in this particular incarnation, she does not sell Guy Shell Greens. So that's kind of a shame.
Thank you.
So yeah, we want to go down that way. Okay, I guess it's not going to let us take the... Oh, I got you. It won't let us take the Chocobo on the back of this monster here. Well, you get to skip this ride once you've cleared it once. Hopefully I didn't miss any important treasures. Yeah, that's right. It won't let you, ride the Chocobo across that little zone there. So we will have to fight our way through this place in normal styles at least once. Yeah, and I see you all excited about whatever. Oh, we had to actually find hidden flans to advance the plot. That was a bit of a leap of faith.
Could be wrong, but aren't we going the wrong way? Looks like the Flan are heading further in.
But there's no path for us to take.
Maybe.
That's what the vines are for.
Maybe you should just let me go open the treasure chest I found and shut the fuck up.
Yeah, do it. Whatever, dude. Like, whatever fucking Mog shit has to happen, make it happen.
So, Noel, you haven't told me why you're traveling through time.
I want to get in
Short,
Sarah's
I'm
pantaloons.
trying to save humanity.
Oh.
Save humanity? Why? What happens to us?
I lived at the end of days. I've
With
seen
Baron
it
Corbin,
end,
it sucked.
and I'm the only one who can change it.
Boy, that's not at all arrogant, thinking you're the only one who can change. I'll tell you what, folks. It's time for this video to end. We got a little bit more to do here, but we got a little bit more to do in a couple of places, so not a whole lot of point in me making this one go long just to wrap up Sunleth Waterscape. When we come back next time, we will wrap up Sunleth Waterscape and do a little more on top of that, too. I'm Serious JG. Thank you very much for watching. Catch you next time. Bye-bye.